Arunoday, congratulations from all of us at LST Patna and CLLST India.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Commendable result. Your achievement is really, really good. We are proud of you.
Thank you, ma'am.
So I also welcome Shriyam Jain from Career Launcher, Delhi. So she'll also be with us throughout this discussion.
Good evening.
Hi, Arunoday. Hi, ma'am.
Good evening, ma'am.
Hello. So I'll let Shriyam take over from here, and I'll be coming in from time to time. Yes,
okay, Arunoday, my first question, obviously. So, are you sitting for IELTS tomorrow?
No, ma'am. Actually, I didn't fill the form because I thought that I will get the top 5 NLUs. So
you're sure that NLS is the target and NLS is what I'm going to get?
Not so sure about NLS, but sure about the top 3.
Okay.
Amazing. Simply amazing. And how are you feeling right now?
I'm feeling pretty happy. Like the hard work for the 2 year paid off. Like it is great, and I'm really happy. My parents are happy.
So you mentioned this 2-year period from which you've been preparing for. How did it start? Where did it start? Where did this thought came in that, okay, I'm going to, sit for law and I'm going to prepare for it? How did it all began?
I've always have interest in legal section, and the way CLAT was made, like the syllabus and all, I saw that it was to my advantage, and law as a career excited me because it was an exciting prospect to be a lawyer. I was good at debating and arguing, so I thought that law would be a perfect field for me. So I joined Career Launcher in 11th.
And how was your journey in Career Launcher?
It was very good. Like it was so smooth. All the mentors and the faculties were guided me so smoothly. They were with me in my downs and my ups. So it was great to have them, and great journey with CL.
Okay.
You mentioned mentors. Any specific person you want to specially thank?
Yes, in Patna faculty, Ragini ma'am and Vatsal sir, they were the best. Like they had me, and I would like to give special thanks to Siddharth sir, Ark sir. Their strategies, videos, and all were really helpful.
Ma'am, I think you are the queen as always.
Thank you so much, Arunoday. We're really, really proud of you. You've done us proud. It's a great honor. And it's always a pleasure to have such, wonderful, eager students in the classroom. Those who are really interested, those who've decided that they want to take up law as a career. It's I feel it's our responsibility and our duty to take them through this journey and all the way till they reach their goals. That's how it is. So Arunoday, tell me, you said you were really confident about getting the top 3 NLUs, in fact, and that is why you did not even try for IELTS.
Yes, ma'am.
So did you at any point of time feel, things were not in your grip or slipping out of your hands, or feel nervous at any point of time?
Yes, ma'am. And I faced many challenges to the past 1 year. Like when the pattern changed, and when I gave the first CL mock based on a new pattern, I was like, first 120 minutes, I was like, how can I in this world? How can I finish these paper like these many words and all? But many mocks, my score went down. But all the mentors were there to guide me. Like I knew my weaknesses, I worked upon it. Like for the many time, my section score were jiggling, like sometimes it went up, sometimes it went down, so I was struggling with it, but the mentors were always there and finally improved.
So any particular section, because I remember throughout our counseling sessions, whenever we had some talks, you always mentioned reasoning and English.
Yes,
as 2 areas which you found tough. So how was it like in the actual paper, these 2 sections for you?
So, ma'am, it was like first I solved legal and GK in the actual paper. They were quite difficult. So I thought like I have to calm myself down, don't panic, and do my best in English and logic because they are my saviors. So I was like, don't panic. And I remembered you and Siddharth sirs and all their advice, like you have to calm yourself down, you have to look at the questions and how to skim the passages and all. Like it was so difficult, but I managed both of them.
Okay, that's great. That's great. So, what is the reaction in your home? Is everybody happy?
Yes, ma'am. My parents are very happy right now.
Okay. All right.
Yes, ma'am. They are sharing like the text in the WhatsApp family groups and all, like
So
receiving calls from it.
it's actually celebration time for you,
Yes,
right? Although these times are difficult, not much to look, I mean, no places to go to really, but still
yes, ma'am.
quite elated, I'm sure. Okay, so what was your preparation strategy as such? Because you had your boards as well, if I remember, and I mean, of course, they did not happen this time.
Yes, ma'am.
They got cancelled. So, did you change your strategy then onwards? What was it like?
Yes, ma'am. Before votes, I had a strategy to handle them both. First, I made a plan, a schedule in which I gave equal time to all the subjects, like specific focus on the passages, because I think the CLAT new pattern is all about practice. So I gave partly time to all the subjects like legal, logic, maths, and all. And every day I used to do 2 hours or 30 minutes of GK, which I didn't think came in CLAT 2021. But yeah, this was my strategy. And after the cancellation of votes, I totally focused on the CLAT 2021 and gave more time to each of the sections.
Okay. So, Shriyam, you were saying something? Yeah.
I just wanted to know, so this was a 2 year long journey, and in this 2 year long journey, there were a difficulty known as COVID. Did that affect your preparations at any point of time? And if it did, how did you manage that?
Yeah, firstly the COVID came, all our offline classes stopped, and it got me a bit of a laziness. Like I don't wanted to attend online classes, but I solved all the PDFs and tried to attend as many classes I can, because if the schedule is fixed and you have the mobile and the laptop, you start scrolling Insta and all during the classes. But I tried to control myself. It needed more focus, more concentration from my side, and I did it. I restrained myself from social media as much as possible and practiced all. But it was a challenging task in the pandemic situation to focus on studies, including both sports and CLAT 2021. But I guess I did manage.
So, what would your advice be to the youngsters who are going to take the exam next year, and we are still in the midst of the COVID, semi lockdown kind of. We don't have our offline classes as yet. So, what is your advice to them? Because you've been through it.
Ma'am, according to me, the most important thing, I have talked to many of my friends, they are very brilliant, but the most important thing I think is time management. Like, how can we manage to go through all the 150 questions in just 2 hours? So, accuracy is next thing, but I think the time management is the most primary thing one should work on. Put sectional strict time limits and work through it, and then go on accuracy. Because the way you skim that passage, the way they do that, that is the most important thing, I guess, the time management thing.
You mentioned that time management, time strategy becomes one of the major thing when it comes to CLAT. In that respect, CLAT 2021 paper was labeled as one of the lengthiest paper of all time. In fact, I think CLAT has always been labeled as a lengthy paper. Did you feel that? Do you actually think the paper was lengthy?
Yeah, actually, I think the paper was lengthy, especially the legal section. Those of the Anup sir, I remember sir, that he always told that we should not give more than 35 minutes, at max 40 minutes to legal, because if you do that, your whole paper is wasted. So I remembered him and said, no, I have to leave legal after 35 minutes and go to all other sections, no matter how hard it is. And I did, I think I did well because of leaving legal and giving much more time to English and logic, because that works for me.
Because both these sections turned out to be the easy ones.
Easiest section, yes, ma'am.
Okay.
And especially, ma'am, because the logical section didn't have analytical question this year, so it had one more passage. So I devoted 5 more time to one more logic passage in comparison to legal, and that has an advantage to it, I guess.
Yes, and they were comparatively easier, I think,
Yes,
this
ma'am.
time. So, any other section in the mock in the actual CLAT paper, which you found very different from our CL mocks, or was it?
Ma'am, GK section, obviously, ma'am, because it had very static topic. Like we done huge topics like Israel, Palestine, Nepal, Myanmar, and all, and none of those topic came. And if the relevant topic came, the question were not relevant, like that in static questions and all. Those who are preparing for IELTS GK, I think they had an advantage, but still we
Oh,
managed.
you were not focusing on IELTS at all.
But I still read Manthan, ma'am. That was really helpful. One pointers were really helpful.
Okay.
And how many mocks in totality did you attempt? All the CL
Uh,
mocks that were given?
I attempted like the 60 plus mocks. Like I
Plus.
gave every mock because there many of my friends they fear mock, like what if my score reduces, my confidence will reduce. I said no, no, that doesn't matter. I started my mocks, I got 60 in my first mock. I was never disheartened. Just I learned the lessons, I reviewed my mocks, I analyzed my mocks, and that's how I gave all the mocks and made my list, like what is my strength, what is my weaknesses, like what mistakes I'm committing regularly, and that helped a lot.
So, did you used to analyze with your friends as well, like a study buddy sort of thing that you might have had?
Yeah, I had one friend named Aditya. He got AIR 76. He was my buddy. Like we used to discuss everything in CL, and we used to discuss mocks together. Like what is my weakness? If I had any problem, I go to him and he would solve. We would do group study together. Like it was really helpful.
In fact, I remember both of you were always together in the classroom as well.
Yes,
They were
ma'am.
constantly, with each other, sort of. At times, I'd even tell them, "Okay, guys, come on, be with the class," that kind of scene. But yes, he is definitely a best buddy, and I'm so glad that he's also got All India rank 76. So that is also wonderful. Any other strategies? Anything else? Any tips for the those who are preparing for the next exam?
Ma'am, I think the mistake which I did in the earlier part, and I won't like the students who are giving CLAT 2022 or 23 to repeat, like is that how to skim the passages fast and how to know that what is worth time giving and what is not. Like if you give a time to like a question more than a minute, then it is not. You should not be on your ego to solve that question. You should learn to move on as fast as you can, ma'am. That's the very most important thing, because if your ego comes before the question, like it is your total waste of the paper and time. And ma'am, I think also the best thing is if you are stuck like in two options, I should Anuksha also used to say that you should trust your guts, your first feeling from the heart, like what is your heart telling you, like it's A or B. So what is your heart first telling you, you should go for it. Like
Go with the gut instinct.
yes, ma'am.
Right. That's good. That really does help. In fact, that's how we also attempt certain questions at times, to be very honest. So, a lot to look forward to, Arunoday.
Yes, ma'am.
And anything specific which you would also suggest regards, the CL,
Yes.
not just the exposure, but the kind of inputs that you get from CL, whether it is GK, the mock tests, analysis, what is it that really, really helped you?
Ma'am, the thing is like CL mocks. Ma'am, I've tried one or two other coaching mock like one or two times to try just how they prepared. But I'm like they just give irrelevant or very difficult thing. The best thing about CL mocks is like, ma'am, they give a moderate paper, they give easy paper, they give a hard paper. They prepare you to the very best level to the very worst level. Like you will never panic like how can this question come? Like CL questions prepare you for every kind of thing. And ma'am, when pattern changed, I don't think any coaching was able to provide so much material at such a less time, ma'am, because
Yeah,
we got so
that's
many
fast.
material. Yes, ma'am, and
I
that
remember within a month's time, within 20 days, in fact, we
yes,
had
ma'am.
a lot of material for you guys ready. That was true.
Yes, ma'am. The CL materials are just good. I would suggest that you should give every mock of CL and read the GK monthans and all. They are very, very, very useful, especially the kind of GK which I've seen in CLAT 20 or 21. Manthan becomes very important. CL mocks are just the whole package of everything. Like you get every section built up to the best and it helps you very much. So CL mocks are must give. And you and the last strategy which I used, like in the last week I didn't give any mock, but I revisited all my mocks, and we got also compilations from CL, and that was also very useful, ma'am.
Okay, the compiled versions which you
Yes.
got of all the mock tests, right? That must have helped you. So the last week you devoted only for revision as such. I mean, just going through the mocks, reviewing them all over again.
Yes, ma'am.
Great. That is also something which worked in your favor, I suppose. Okay. Uh,
Ma'am, I would like to mention special thank to Arks for his strategy videos, ma'am. His strategy was very good, ma'am. Especially for me, it worked to my advantage and all, because they were very effective and efficient, and especially I had a real advantage and benefit for it. So
I really wish Sharks had been here to hear you. He'd be really pleased with that. And yes, he'll be watching this video, so he'll come to know as well, and I'll convey it to him. So that's true. The strategy always does work.
yes, ma'am.
Anything else which Shriya wants to ask you?
I just wanted to know that the you mentioned you took 60 plus mark, you were analyzing it. In fact, you kept your last one particular week only for the analysis part, like you might mention. So, how would you go about the analysis of those mocks? Like, would you check your accuracy, or would you check your mistakes, or you'd also go through the solutions as well? So, what exactly was that you were doing there?
My strategy was like, if you give 2 hours to a mock to do it, you should at least give 4 hours for analysis, and analysis should be done in the same day. Because if you don't know, like if I visited a question in the analysis, I just asked to myself that why, what state of mind I was, that why I might mark this question and why this option. Like if you give it after 2 days, you don't remember that what was your state of mind then. So that's very important, I guess. And the other thing is like, CL's tools are very great in it, because they give you the accuracy percentage of that question. Like if your question is going wrong, you will be able to see like how many kids are getting this wrong. Like it is more than 50% or more than less than 50%. It also gives you drill down analysis, like deep criterias for evaluation, that and that also help very much. Like, and also section by section. And I would like to tell the future aspirants for CLAT, like they have to analyze even the right questions. Many of them just analyze that what wrong they have done, but some don't analyze the right questions. But analyzing right questions is also very important, according to me.
I really wish I could, keep this clip separately so that, students would really benefit, with this, because they keep asking about the scores. They're more concerned about the answers rather than the analysis as to why they went wrong, where they went wrong. And that's the thing, the beauty of the whole CL.
Yes, ma'am, the tools.
The tech team has really done wonders with that. The
Yes,
drill
ma'am.
down analysis really helps. And we always tell the students that yes, you must find out why you chose a particular answer. Why did you choose the other one? If you don't know the logic behind it, you won't go wrong the second time also. But
Yes,
unfortunately, like not everybody does it. So
yes, ma'am.
that is true.
even
We've
even
been
my
talking
friends.
about this. We've been
Yes,
talking about this so many times that it's a 2:4 ratio that you mentioned. That 2 hours for mock, that means 4 hours for analysis.
Exactly.
That should definitely be there.
And this is something which we share with every student. Over the years, we've been doing it, but
yes,
I
ma'am.
really wish everybody would follow it. Okay, Arunoday, did you at any point of time have your mocks reset and take them all over again, like kind
Yes,
of
ma'am.
practice? What do you think?
That's a very good feature. Like if you get once my boards were cancelled, I get plenty amount of time for doing all the mocks again. So it was a very good advantage. Like if you visited the passage again, maybe you remember one or two things, but not completely, and you can check your mistakes and don't do that again. That will really help. And resetting the mock is a very good option, and I think if you have time, you should go for it.
Right, true. So, anything else which Shyam wants to add out here? Anything else you want to ask him?
Nothing. I think Arunoday has put it very beautifully. The way he's talking about the analysis, I think everything that we've been talking to students, I think you are a star students in actually following the letters and everything that Anup sir and Ragni ma'am have told you. I mean, amazing that what you have done.
It
Thank you.
it really feels wonderful, we get such feedback and we get to hear them say all these things. And the results, of course, speak for your hard work. You really worked hard, you well deserved rank 21. So congratulations once again. Congratulations to your parents also. I'm sure they had a huge role to play in your success as well. The
Yes,
kind of support, because COVID times have been very difficult for everybody, every family. So I'm sure there has been a lot of back end support for you also from their end to ensure that you do things at the right time. Otherwise, things can go very slack very
yes,
easily.
ma'am.
So I wish you all the best. Congratulations once again. And of course, I look forward to seeing you personally very soon.
Yes,
We have you over at the center. And congratulations to your family. All the best for your future endeavors.
thank you,
And
ma'am.
yeah,
Congratulations, Arunoday. All the best for your next 5 years of law school.
Yes, ma'am. Very excited for it.
yeah, you're going to the top law school. Make the best of these 5 years. You're going to really enjoy them,
Yes, ma'am.
and you have a lot to look forward to. Okay, so all the best. Bye,
Thank you, ma'am.
and thank you. Thank you, Shriyam. It was a pleasure.
Thank you, ma'am.